people start anyway. Okay, so start our recording now. So last year, nahinto tayo sa, actually natapos na natin hanggang literary theories. So that is the reason why hanggang dyan ang exam ninyo. So we have the unit 1. Now the unit 2 naman tayo is self, sense, space, and struggle. Struggle. So the words is self, space, and struggle. Nowadays, before pala, we Filipinos, we do not have space. Hindi uso sa atin yun. That is the reason why, the more na may space, the more tayo na nahihirapan. And, paano mo nasabi yun, ma'am? Hindi ba, in some countries, kapag ang walls nila ay very open, for example, meron silang blank space, ganon, sa walls nila, it's fine. In Japan ata ganon. So, it's fine kung walang decorations. But we Filipinos, we prefer that we don't have spaces. For example, marami tayong nakasabit sa wall. We have a lot of well decorations and as well as yung mga certificates sa lahat ng graduate students, the family picture, some picture frame, the wooden spoon and fork, sa dining area, we have the Last Supper. Usually yan, sa pamilyang Pinoy, hindi lang batang 90s, pero batang 80s, 50s, 60s, 40s, 70s, mga ganon, is normal yan sa isang Pinoy. Actually, kami nga, tell you honestly, we have 2 Last Suppers because my dad loves Last Supper. Yung isa sa nanay ko, yung isa pina-carve ni daddy. So, that's what they want in our house. And we love to decorate a lot of stuff. Hindi, parang kulang sa atin kapag walang decoration. It's empty, kahit hindi naman. Ngayon, medyo nagkaroon na tayo ng space and nauso na ang minimalism. Minimalism is a term we use na we are very contented kung ano yung gamit natin, it should serve us very minimalistic, konti lang. Hindi natin kailangan na maraming items. We only buy the things that we need. So, it makes sense. Kaya lang, kung mapapansin nyo, no? Kung yung mga Filipinos, mga typical Filipinos, parang pag nakakita sila na minimalistic na bahay, ay, ano ba yan? Wala man lang ganito. Wala man lang ganyan. Kasi nga, naglikas sa atin that bihira. Pero dumadami na ngayon ang minimalistic. Kaya ngayon maraming bahay na black and white, tapos maraming salamin na nakikita sa labas. So, meron tayong wood. Nauso sa atin na wood. Dati, gusto natin, the details of the wood are very intricate. Napupunta pa tayo sa iba't ibang lugar. Maraming design, makulay, parang resort ang bahay. But nowadays, it's different. We prefer the black and white, parang coffee shop theme. Sa mga diba? And now we are plants. So sa plants naman kasi, everything is green. So, very important sa atin ang plants. Okay, so I'm still waiting for the people who would like to join ka. So, pakiulit na lang. Paulit. Pasabi na lang, paulit ng paulit. Rejoin. Ayan. Pa-rejoin na lang mga classmates. Okay. You all. So, yan. So, we have a lot of things. Kaya ngayon nauuso na yun. And the first lesson for this year is lesson 1. The author as producer. So, a writer begins a book, a reader finishes it. So, according to Samuel Johnson. The birth of the reader must be the cause of the death of the author. So, ang daming mga meaning about that. And some of us already author. I am hoping that some of you are author. Pero time will come if it's not your time. We are all readers. The title of this lesson is taken from Walter Benjamin's... I forgot to share my screen. Okay. So, the title of the lesson is taken from Walter Benjamin's 1934 essay in which he contemplates the concept and the practice of authorship. The author, according to Benjamin, must consciously take sides without compromising his or her intentions. How does the author respond to the evolving economic trends and technologies? In our current situation, we have different perspectives about what an author is, and we focus more on how rather than why with regards to the production of literary work. Since we have already talked about the definition of the key terms, discuss different literary genres, and review of figurative language, we begin this unit with a discussion about the author's role, which will give you perspectives on the idea of contemporary and popular literature. When I was younger, as a student, hindi ko kasi masyadong, para sa akin kasi, di ba meron tayong tinatawag na formalism? Pag the author itself is already dead, sa akin, before, patay na si author. Wala na akong pakialam sa author kasi nasulat niya na. What I love is the literary itself. Hindi ko siya pinakikialaman. But as time goes by, I realized that some of the things happen ay may kinalaman sa buhay ni author. Especially, one of the favorite novels, of course, that I am teaching, hindi ko naman sinabi na favorite ko siya, is No Limitaje rin El Filibusterismo. Meron tayong mga history books na historical approach ang ginamit nila. So, as you can see, sa No Limitaje rin and El Filibusterismo, it has something to do with the life of the author. And aside from that, kay Benjamin Franklin din, sa The Autobiography, although autobiography niya yun. But, knowing the author and his life, medyo nakaka-inspire siya. Kasi, ay, ganun pala ang buhay ni author. Ganito pala yung nangyayari. Ganito pala siya. So, I love it. I really love the author now. And now, as a teacher, dinidiscuss na natin yung buhay ni author. Now, for students, as part of their teaching journey, pag magdi-discuss ka ng author, ay discuss mo yung may kinalaman dun sa gawa. For example, nag-research ka, ano ba yung inspiration niya? Hindi lang yung birth, kung wala namang kinalaman yung birth, you can research for the inspiration of the author. Bakit niya nagawa yun? Kasi, bakit, para makapagsulat na isang book, you need to have reasons. You need to have the driving force. Kasi, I think most people would like to write a book. They have a lot of ideas. But, then again, even if you have a lot of ideas, not all of us have the guts to write the book. But some authors, they wrote books, they wrote poems and other things because they have the inspiration. For example, some authors, some poem writers, a poet, they wrote poems because of someone they love or someone they hate. This collection of poems is dedicated to the wife. Right? So, isa yun sa mga bagay na pwede natin check. Now, author is a different meaning to everyone. But the common, according to Redbubble, definition is a writer of a book, article, etc. Often specific, a person whose profession is writing books. So, author yun. Always ask that. So, ngayon, we have a poem, Do Not Go Gentle into the Good Night by Dylan Thomas. Okay, so ito yon. I hope na nabasa na natin. So, medyo mahaba siya. Wait lang. Ang haba nga niya. Sabi ko sa inyo, ito mahirap sa akin. Let's get nila analysis tayo. So, let's think na natapos na nating mabasa yon. So, lahat tayo, meron tayong favorite author, regardless of the genre of the period where they belong. Their works may have influenced us one way or another, but it's rather for us to look consciously at the reading process and the whole concept of the author. The word author in its diverse definitions conjures up images and thoughts of a person writing and visioning literary work. However, from a contemporary standpoint, this is the concept is challenged, and we see shifts of the author's identity in the relation to institutions such as the church, the court, the publishing house, the academe. So when we say some authors, kasi puro author tayo, since author naman ang ating usapan. When you become an author, you should have a standpoint. Kasi lahat ng susulat mo is magre-reflect sa'yo. The reason why people will believe you because you are an expert. And lahat ng isusulat natin is pinag-iisipan talaga. Let's go back to the past. Balik tayo kay Dr. Ser. Kasi siya na kung puro si Dr. Ser kasi it's one of the Filipino, tsaka national hero naman natin siya. Si Dr. Serizal, of course he know. And the rest of the people, mga naging author na against the Spanish era. So, against the Spaniards, rather. Lahat sila, alam nila that their lives is in danger. They know it. But they have the standpoint. They want to expose or to share what they know about something. Yun nga lang, nagiging problema dyan is nangyayari is parang nagkakaroon siya ng pag ikaw ay influential or marami nakagusto, ganun din. Matutuwa sila sa'yo, they will love your books, ganyan. And pag hindi naman, they will hate it. Parang ngayon lang yan, if you will apply it to the authors of people, yung mga gumawa ng YouTube videos and other videos. When you fake something, it should, dapat pinag-iisipan. I'm saying, for example, you are an author or you are the creator of this kind of video. For example, yung classroom ni Vicente Menz. I know that some of you love that. Okay? Walang problema kung nagustuhan nyo. Kasi yung point of view nun, hindi ko siya kasi tinapos talaga. Hindi naman sa na-offend ako, pero for me kasi, those are twofolds. Online class, kasi nakafocus yung part na yun sa students. And it's pro-students talaga. And I do believe na may mga teachers talaga sa Vicente Menz yung shinare nila na ganun, na pinapasa nila yung hirap sa estudyante. Na mahirap. Kasi lahat tayo nahihirapan, di ba? So, medyo negative way na parang sakal na yung mga estudyante sa mga dami ng ginagawa. Kaso nga lang, let's face the fact na kahit nasasakal tayo pare-pareho, it's dictated. It's mandatory talaga. Nag-a-adjust ka, makinig, nag-a-adjust ang teacher magturo. And aside from that, the government is also adjusting. Nagagamble tayo. So ngayon, that is their standpoint na nahihirapan yung mga bata, na yung mga hinanakit na mga bata because for their teachers and siguro sa government din, nilabas nila. Ngayon, it's a gamble kasi pwedeng nagustuhan ng mga bata. Bakit? Natuwa sila kasi tama, ma'am. Tama. Ganito yung naramdaman namin. Ganito yung prof namin. Ganito yung ganyan. So, positive sila sa mga part na yun. Nakaranas sila ng ganang experience. But, meron din siyang naging negative. Kasi hindi lang naman teacher yung mga nag-react. Kasi may mga estudyante na hindi nila naranasan na nagkagano ng prof. Nakikita nila na yung mga prof na nila is hirap. Ngayon, that's a good thing about the product. Kasi, yung product na yun, yung product nila, yung YouTube creation nila, it takes a guts, of course, to make that. Marami silang nasaktan, pero that is the purpose of the video. It's to open people. Kaya siguro karamihan ng mga nasaktan talaga is siguro yung mga nagtuturo talaga, di ba? So, kaya lang, ganun talaga literature. Kahit saan naman. Bakit? Sa No Limitang Hire at El Filibusterismo, di ba? Ang dami nasaktan. Hindi lang naman kasi doon pinapakita yung hindi lang naman doon pinapakita na yung mga praile lang hindi Ang pinapakita doon sa No Limitang El Filibusterismo, may mga Pilipino na mas pinipili na mahalin ng ibang lahi. Diba? Nakapansin mo din doon, hindi naman. Nakita natin, ganun pala. Okay? So, ganun pala sila. Hindi lang sila. Kaya may mga Pinoy din na nalungkot. Lalo na yung mga mahiyaman at mga pro-Kastila. Siyempre, nagagalit sila dahil nakikita doon sa mga storya na yun na ganoon. And aside from that, maraming mga thing. And aside from that, also, yung mga editorial, yung mga ganyan, and some of the essays. Lalo na kung ang gagamitin mong essay ay, for example, another thing, ano ba, nagalit ang ang simbahan saan? Sa kay Dan Brown. Di ba, binan yon dito? Binan sa Philippines, ay hindi naman binan, pero diniscourage ng simbahang katoliko na ipalabas yung libro ni Dan Brown. Angels, hindi yata. The Da Vinci Code. Kasi nakakasama daw yon sa atin na hindi siya maganda. But Dan Brown doesn't care about that. He made this book. May standpoint. May stand yung si author. So, lahat ng author, may mga kanya-kanyang purpose. Sa buhay, some of the authors are research authors. So, they want to research. And they will publish it so that we students could go, ay, ganun pala yung nangyari. So, iba-iba. Minsan may against sa church. Minsan may pro sa church. Actually, to tell you honestly, I've ordered a book this quarantine. And kasi this quarantine, medyo nalulungkot ako. Parang, alam mo, parang kinulang ako sa spiritual kasi buong quarantine, hindi ako nagsimba. Although nag-online, pero hindi pa din eh. I ordered a book about Catholics. I mean, kay Bo Sanchez. Alam mo yung feeling na gano'n. Para kasi, some authors, na parang gusto mo siyang, so, gusto mo ma-calm yourself mo, bakit ko ba pinipili maging Catholic? Bakit ko ginaganti religion? And of course, other religion also have their own books. Now, as an author, some authors will attack other religions. So, sana hindi naman ganon. Or vice versa. Maganda is you encourage, but you don't discourage. Pero yun naman is depende sa author. Throughout history, the image of authorship has changed, leading us to the question, are all writers authors or only some? Some of students of literature will find it valuable to learn the history of the concept of authorship, as the viewing of literary work is determined and influenced by the ideas and images about the author. A literary work is given reverence and held high regard. It is accepted as a work of genius, or the idea of considering the author as a primary source of meaning. Discovering the meaning of a work would be considered as equal to discovering to what author meant or may have meant in writing. The problem of decoding the author's intentions actually poses a critical debate in which we tend to ask whether biographical information is relevant or having access to the historical context of author's purpose. So, babalik tayo sa author's purpose natin. Natin mga nag-join. So, the author's purpose, sabi dito, nag-iiba-iba yung meaning ng author. Kasi before, bago ka maging author, bago ka makapag-publish ng book, it will take a lot of time. You should be someone. Hindi ka pwede na kung sino-sino lang. It's about your name. Iba talaga yung meaning. Kasi nga, kaya nga, di ba, nagkakaroon ng mga sir, ganon. Binibigyan sila ng pangalan. Kasi sobrang bigat ng tungkulin nila. Pero ngayon kasi, kahit sino na lang. Ngayon nga, pwede ka mag-publish ng libro na, for example, may mga kumpanya na naghahanap, do you want to publish your books? Kahit ano lang. Kahit nga, actually, meron akong binili before na libro. Kasi kilala ko yung author. Tawang-tawa lang ako kung ano yung mga experience lang niya sa buhay niya. For example, binili kong libro. Maganda din yung niya kasi, illustration. Doon sa kinuwento niya lang doon, na isa daw na nangyari sa buhay niya nung araw, elementary siya yata. Pinagdala daw sila ng teacher nila ng puto. So ngayon, pinagdala daw siya ng teacher niya ng puto, colored puto. So ngayon, nagdala siya, nagpabili daw siya sa Goldilocks. Nagpabili siya sa Goldilocks. Nang basahan na kinabukasan, nagtaka siya nagdala ng puto. Yung pala, ang hinagdadalang colored puto ay photo. Bisaya yata yung teacher niya or may sabi niya, sige Eka, ideket mo yung puto na yan sa iyong index card. So, imagine, may libro siya, puro ganun lang yung ginawa niya. Walang advice, walang kalokohan lang talaga. So, may libro na siya. But, during that time, si Benjamin Franklin na tinitingala natin ngayon, ay, nakakatawa. If you want to read the autobiography of Benjamin Franklin. Kahit wala kayong magagawa kasi pag nagturo kayo ng grade 9, yan po ay ituturo nyo. Kasama yan lagi sa tuturo. Kahit anong libro, lagi may the autobiography. So, dati, yung kuya ni Benjamin Franklin, hindi man lang siya ina-accept na magsulat. Kinailangan pa ni Benjamin Franklin na magpanggap, maglagay ng alias para lang i-accept. Diba? Kasi sabihin kasi, bago ka maging author, bago ka maging manunulat, kesyo balita man yan, or anything, kailangan someone ka. Kailangan minapatunayan ka. Sa ngayon, hindi na kahit sino na lang. Diba? Same of that. Wattpad, for example, before yung Wattpad, dumating sa point ng LM ako talaga, kahit yung phone ko, basic phone lang, nagwa-Wattpad ako. Yung mga ganong part, nagwa-Wattpad ako ng time na yun. Basic phone lang yun. Talagang nagda-download ka pa ng kung ano-ano, tapos talagang para ka nagbabasa ng text, ganun ka lang ng ganun. Nakaka-enjoy, kakaiba. Kaya lang, later I realized when I was teaching na, isa pala yon sa mga dapat hindi binabasa ng bata. Lang. Hindi ibig sabihin bawal. Kaya lang hindi dapat yun lang. Dapat, kung magbabasa ka man ng Wattpad, nagbabasa ka din ng other books na medyo okay yung translation. Kasi daw sa Wattpad, hindi naman daw na-edit masyado. Ewan ko na lang ngayon, kasi ngayon is napapublish na siya. Hindi na kagaya dati na dina-download lang. And a lot of things. Diba? Kasi kasi, ngayon, nauubusan na tayo ng mga ideas. Imagine mo, ilang taon na tayong buhay. Ilang taon na ang sibilisasyon ng mga tao sa ating life. Diba? Wala nang bago. Kaya lang, ano ginagawa ng tao is, wala namang nag-a-appear sa akin na mag-ano. Wala nang bago. Kaya ang ginagawa natin, nag-aayos-ayos tayo, inaayos-ayos natin, maiba, ganyan. Para may something na kakaiba tayong maipakita. Diba? So, ngayon kasi nag-iiba na yung meaning ng author. Medyo bumababa kasi kahit sino na lang ngayon pwedeng magsulat. May iba, meron pang isa, meron din akong binili. Kabaklaan naman. Tawang-tawa kasi ko yung itsura niya doon sa kabaklaan. Tapos meron, isa doon sa kinuwento niya, na meron daw silang Catholic school, parang ganon. Tapos, ngayon, ang hirap daw palang magbanda sa Catholic school. So, bakit? Kasi daw, si Father, pag daw kumakanta, sintonado. So, nahihirapan yung bandang sabayan si Father. So, ngayon tong si bakla, nung di pa daw siya bakla nun, so medyo ano pa siya, kumanta daw siya doon, tapos sabi niya, Father, ang galing niyo pong kumanta. Kaso, yung mga gamit mo namin, parang sira. Parang gano'n. So, kaya daw, kinasunuran na misa, binilan daw sila ng bagong mga bagamit. So, yung mga ganong bang eksena na, alam ko meron kayo. Meron kayo mga ganyang kwento, may mga ganyang kayong pangyayari sa buhay na nakakatawa. Kaya nga lang, yung iba, they have the guts to publish the book. Pero kung babalikan natin yung panahon ng sinasabi na magulang natin kopong-kopong, hindi i-publish yung mga ganong libro. Sabihin, kalokohan yan, hindi yan ganyan. But nowadays, it's open. You could publish your own book. Kung gusto nyo nga sa section nyo, kung may mga kalokohan kayo, pwede kayo mag-publish ng book. Diba? Kasi medyo bumababa na. Basta nakapag-produce ka na, yun na yung nangyayari ngayon. These kinds of questions became the starting point for Roland Barthes' essay, The Death of the Author. Barthes asserts that the author is an ideological construct who aims to legitimize the act of writing and reading, which follows the voice of a single person, the author confiding in us. Furthermore, he suggests an alternative account. The text is plural, a weave of voices or tones that cannot be connected to a single point of expressive origin in the author. The reader is a space on the... Okay, so dati kasi talaga yung author is... Kaya nga diba inaaral natin. So, if the author before is kagaya ngayon, hindi na natin kailangan aralin yung mga text. Bakit? Kasi medyo mas mababaw na. Before kasi yung mga author, palibasa nga matatalino at kakaunti lang. Kung ano yung mga nasusulat nila na ang hirap intindihin. Ngayon kasi, iba na. So, kaya sabi nila, namamatay na yung author. The reader is the space on which all the quotations that make up a writing are inscribed without any of them being lost. A text unity lies not in its origin but in its destination. Yet this destination cannot any longer be personal. The reader is without history, biography, psychology. He is simply that someone who holds together in a single field of phrases by which the text is constituted. So, as you can see, as a reader, we read books na hindi part ng culture natin, di ba? Marami sa atin na nagbabasa ngayon. For example, sa Harry Potter, hindi naman yan Filipino. So, some of the things, parang nangyayari sa atin, kasama na lang siya sa nababasa natin. Kasama na lang, para isa na lang siyang part natin. Pero hindi na siya yung totality na parang, hindi, parang stranger tayo. Parang ganun. We're just stranger from the author. So ngayon, kaya nga sinasabi nila na namamatay na yung author. Before kasi iba. Tsaka before, the expression talaga is may pinaghuhugutan. Because before you publish, una-una napakamahal. Mahal magpa-publish. Diba? Sa Noli Me Tangere, filibusterismo mo. Nung tinrace back yung kung paano nag-publish si Dr. Jose Rizal, napakahaba, napakadaming pinagdaanan. Kulang na lang magbenta siya ng atay dun at nangutang na lang siya, nangutang at pinagtulong-tulungan nila. Ganun kahirap mag-publish ng libro before. Kasi hindi ganun kahirap kasi magpagawa nun. So ngayon kasi kahit sino na lang pwede. Kaya minsan nakakatamad na siguro as an author. Pero nakakatuwa kasi dumadami ang readers. Sobrang dami. So now, this is the rest of the activity is for you to explore na. I want you to read the suggested readings yung kanina, bago yung application, so that you could understand more. So, yon, but the rest is okay na. Ngayon pala, wait lang, bago kayo umalis, sorry dun sa mga iba na hindi. As you can see, malapit na tayong matapos. Ang i-exam ninyo, teka lang. Kasi dito sa ginawa ni ma'am, ginawa namin is sobrang konti na lang nito. Okay? Next meeting, after nitong, di ba, next meeting is exam. After nito kasi, itong making her story, fact, fantasy, pros, con, pagsasama-samahin ko na lang yung discussion itong tatlo. So, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4. Bakit? Kasi part na lang yan eh. Ang usapan natin sa lesson 2, sa making her story, is feminism. Fact and fantasy, magical realism. And post-colonial experience o other, ano yan. So, ang mangyayari kasi dyan is, ang magiging discussion natin next week is part-part na lang. So, more on reading na kayo. Pag natapos natin yon, kayo na ang bahala sa inyong mga sarili. Ito, beyond words, love letters yan. Pero more on, ano na talaga, kayo na ang bahala sa inyong sarili. Okay? So, kasi yung diniscuss natin previously, na-discuss na natin sa contemporary, yung mga terminologies na gagamitin ninyo, which meron na kayo. Pero the rest is reading materials na talaga. Kasi ang purpose nun ay mas makilala nyo yung mga different things you need to know personally. So, yun po yun. Okay? So, ngayon, our meeting is already finished. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Nabigay ko na yung pointers to review ninyo. Yung project ninyo is, ibibigay ko na rin yung final project ninyo. Inaantay ko yung sa seed, pero dahil ang tagal nila, ako na ang gagawa. Okay? So, and also look for your favorite authors. Mag-isip na kayo ng favorite authors ninyo. May kinalaman yun sa ating activity. Okay? So, if you don't have question, 2A, 2B, goodbye. See you next week sa inyong examination. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Ma'am, pwede
Yes
magtanong?
po.
May klase pa po kami sa Wednesday.
Wala na. Ito na lang,
Wala na.
pinagsama ko na kayo para, tawag dito, para wala nang problema. Ano po kayo, no? Kabilang section.
Opo, ma'am.
Opo.
Thank you po.
Okay po.
Ma'am,
Yes po.
ano daw po yung iba po na hindi pa po nakakapag-take po ng quiz? Kaso lang daw po
Ay, wait lang.
nag-i-invalid
Ako
po.
may kasalanan nun. Ako may kasalanan doon. Hindi ko pa naayos. Marami nang nagtanong. Sorry.
Okay lang po.
Ako may kasalanan.
Alaysa,
Po.
Alaysa,
Ayun.
tanong muna yung iba mong tanong kay ma'am.
O, sige, tanong mo na.
Ma'am, yung sa reflection po ba, yung sa G-site po, by activity po ba gagawin or sa buong activity?
Buong activity na yun.
po?
Yes.
bali sa
Hindi, di ba usapan natin is buong experience nyo.
Ayun po, doon po kami nalilito.
Oo, experience yun. Hindi siya per activity. Kung ano yung reflection mo as a whole na.
Tapos po, ma'am,
Example. Oh,
yung
saan?
sa artifacts din po ba, kahit po ano, yung mismo parang gumagawa lang po kami, hindi po kami kasama dun sa mismong picture. Pwede po yun.
Oo naman, walang problema.
Thank you po.
Nasa sa inyo na yun. Kung anong